the nature of this job. It keeps members of Congress and senators in Washington so much of the time, too much of the time, to be honest with you, that we don't get to go home and spend more time with our families, our friends, all in our district, or maybe just be regular people, because this job is so demanding and it's turned into practically year-round. And for those of us in the House of Representatives, we have to run for Congress every 2 years. So you're practically campaigning nearly the entire time that you're here serving as a representative. So that's just a couple of examples that I can give you that I believe is a recipe for disaster. And that's how people just fall into this social club. I would call it a social club here in Washington, D.C. Now, for me, I have no interest in that. I really don't. And I'll tell you why. Becoming a member of Congress has made my life miserable. I made a lot more money before I got here. I've lost money since I've gotten here. I have people come up to me and say crazy things to me out of the blue in public places that they believe because they read it on the internet or saw it on some news show about me. So it's not a life that I think is like something that I enjoy because I don't enjoy it, but I'm committed to this job because I believe in it.
I'm sorry, did I just hear Marjorie Taylor Greene, of all people, complain that folks come up to her and say crazy things to her in public places because they heard them on the internet? Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene, couldn't imagine what that must be like to see all of these crazy people spew the bullshit that they heard online. And to approach someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who, as we all know, is a beacon of truth and honesty and integrity, and definitely not a person who's aligned herself with QAnon and called 9/11 fake and said that Jews control space lasers. It's almost entertaining watching these people contend with the same lunacy that they've wrought onto this country. Marjorie Taylor Greene is the biggest conspiracy theorist in the US government. She hasn't met a conspiracy theory that she doesn't believe. And so I guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that someone so deluded to believe all of that nonsense would also be deluded enough to not see her own blatant hypocrisy. Consider too, while Greene complains about how hard she has it because random people approach her, let's not forget that she would stalk and harass David Hogg, the Parkland mass shooting survivor, and then post those videos online.
David, why are you supporting the red flag laws? If Scott Peterson, the resource officer at Parkland, had done his job, then Nicholas Cruz wouldn't have killed anybody in your high school, or at least protected them. Why are you supporting red flag gun laws that attack our Second Amendment rights? And why are you using kids as a barrier? Do you not know how to defend your stance? Look, I'm an American citizen. I'm a gun owner. I have a concealed carry permit. I carry a gun for protection for myself, and you are using your lobby and the money behind it and the kids to try to take away my Second Amendment rights. You don't have anything to say for yourself? You can't defend your stance? How did you get over 30 appointments with senators? How'd you do that? How did you get major press coverage on this issue? And how did you get kids? Why do you use kids? Why kids? You know, if school zones were protected with security guards with guns, there would be no mass shootings at schools. Do you know that? The best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a gun. But yet you're attacking our Second Amendment. And you have nothing to say. No words.
And it didn't stop with teenagers. She also made arguably one of the creepiest stalking videos that you'll ever see when she tried to get into AOC's office in 2019.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Acacia. Staff members for Acacia, we'd like to, we are your employers. We are here to
There's lights on in there.
Inspect the office. Could we please come in? I thought locks were immoral. I thought locks were for bigots.
Yeah.
Wait.
And walls were immoral.
This is immoral.
This is immoral.
I'm so offended. I'm offended. I feel like.
Hashtag Where's AOC?
AOC, abolish
everybody,
hashtag.
They have blocked us out.
Everybody trend this hashtag. Where's AOC?
Where's AOC?
We want Ocasio to continue doing everything that she's doing.
Oh my gosh.
She's doing an amazing job.
Yes, keep it up.
Just keep it up.
Yes.
Just keep talking. Socialism is amazing. Killing 25,000 jobs at Amazon was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what a wonderful thing you did there.
Just keep up the great work, Ocasio. That's our message to you. And to the triggered staff members, Jesus loves you. Stop murdering babies. Yes. God bless America. Trump is your president. 6 more years. This is the way we talk to Ocasio right here. So if you want to talk to crazy...
Yeah, you need to get down to her level. You're right.
Yes, if you want to talk to crazy Ocasio, you come to this little thing and you open it up and you whisper into her.
Session.
This is confession. This is Ocasio confession right there.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I'm an American citizen. I pay your salary through the taxes that you collect from me through the IRS because I'm a tax-paying citizen of the United States. I'm a woman, I'm a female business owner, and I'm proud to be an American woman. And I do not support your socialist policies, and I do not support your murderous abortion policies. As a mother of 3 children, I'm appalled at New York's law for abortion, and it needs to end and it needs to stop now. You're bringing God's judgment on our country, and I'm against it, as well as my friends. So you need to stop being a baby and stop locking your door and come out and face the American citizens that you serve. If you want to be a big girl, you need to get rid of your diaper and come out and be able to talk to the American citizens instead of us having to use a little flap.
So it sure is ironic that the reason Marjorie Taylor Greene gives for not enjoying her job is the exact same tactic she used to raise her profile to get her job. So if you're wondering whether you should feel bad for her, I think you just got your answer. She goes on to state that she doesn't enjoy this job for all of the unwanted attention she gets, and yet at the same time, she does everything humanly possible to garner that attention. Remember, just days ago, before the State of the Union, Kevin McCarthy had come out and said this.
We have a code of ethics of how we should portray ourselves, but also do our jobs, and that's exactly what we'll do. But we're not going to be childish games tearing up a speech.
That we're members of Congress, we have a code of ethics that we should portray ourselves. That's exactly what we'll do. We're not going to be doing childish games, only for Marjorie Taylor Greene to then turn around and do this.
Just notice that white line,
I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. Well, I'm glad to see you. And I tell you, I enjoy conversion. But it's being proposed by individuals.
But sure, definitely doesn't want the attention. Got it. So I'm sorry if I don't have too much sympathy for Marjorie Taylor Greene complaining about a job that she literally ran for and about garnering attention that she literally sought out. And look, I know that Republicans refusing to take any personal responsibility is a recurring phenomenon on the right, but making a video literally 4 weeks after you were sworn in that you don't even want to be there is just the peak of this victimhood that Republicans traffic in. Although, I gotta say, and this doesn't happen often, but I agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene on one thing. Neither one of us enjoys her being in Congress. Before you go, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can click the thumbnail right here on this screen. And if you want to support my work even further, the best way is to subscribe to my podcast, No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen. There you can check out my interviews with major players in the world of politics, including President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, Katie Porter, Jamie Raskin, and so many more. Plus other interviews that live exclusively on the podcast. That link is also right here on this screen, or just search No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen wherever you listen to podcasts.